Last week, we finally managed to clear out the attic after 6 years of accumulated building materials, furniture, and all sorts of random stuff. The so-called Room of Doom. But that was only half the job. There's another attic space, even bigger, sitting on top of the 19th century extension of the Chateau, and that one also needs to be completely cleared before we can properly plan turning the attic into guest rooms for the hotel. That was the plan for this week. But then, the weather gods had other ideas. Did you hear that, Anna?
Yeah, I just had the most crazy thing happen to me.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, what the is this?
The phones made a really funny sounds.
It was like a I didn't even know my phone could make this sound.
No,
like
it's not a sound.
an alarm.
It's a state alarm that only the state can send out. It's like an alert.
I've never had that in my life, and I've just got it, and this is, it's all in French. So
what
it's
does it say?
basically telling us that we need to stay vigilant and be careful, don't go out, stay inside, close all your windows and doors.
So we have a problem with our wood store that has a roof and that's not well installed, so that might come off.
Corrugated iron.
Yeah, and it makes a horrible sound. I screwed in one screw to make it more stable. That's all I could do, but it might just come off in the night. We have a trampoline, the kids' trampoline.
That has once already flown away.
Yeah, that already once turned around, made a looping, and this night it will probably wander again, so I hope not towards the house.
What did you hear though on the radio?
In the radio they said it's gonna be winds up to 180 kilometers an hour. And if you remember well, a couple of years ago, there was a storm that was said to be 160 kilometers an hour. And in that night, we lost so many trees.
About 6 of our huge...
If you haven't seen that video, watch it because it was really dramatic. There were so many trees standing before no more trees. And if you watch the video, you also see how much hair I lost in the last 4 years.
From the stress of...
Just like the trees. Yeah, so what's going to happen tonight? We don't know. But more worryingly, the place where the wind is the strongest is in La Manche and around Cherbourg. And that's exactly where our boat is right now. So it's in the harbor, obviously, and I tied it up as good as I could. But I got a warning from the harbor telling everybody come and make sure the boat is tied well, but it's too far away from here. So I just hope I did a good job 2 months ago.
You're worried about the boat. I'm worried about trees falling down.
I'm worried about everything. It's scary because everybody in the village I met, everybody says, oh, are you prepared? Have you done the thing? So, well, anyways,
yeah.
Let's see. We'll
But
see
I
how
think
it goes tonight.
At the same time, Philip, we have done quite a lot of tree work in the last few years, and I feel like we are prepared for this.
Well, there's still enough trees that are way bigger than they should be, so.
Well, fingers crossed.
Let's see what goes. Well, when I sit there, I can't, so I need...
Is it opening?
Yeah.
So it's completely blown open?
Yeah.
Oh my god, okay.
Probably doesn't open anymore, but...
And we've got no lights, right? The power's out.
Yeah. Very loud. All the windows are shut.
I mean, it's windy up here, but that's just because...
That's normal.
Oh, it's horrible, isn't it?
They
said it's like
never been as loud.
No.
No.
I can't sleep.
This is really weird. All good here.
And did you check downstairs?
Yeah.
Did you check in Ziggy's room as well? Because
Yeah.
he's come up. He's now sleeping in our bedroom.
That's that.
Yeah? We're just downstairs checking. Don't worry, Poppet, we're just checking. We'll be up in a second. Everything seems okay down here, no?
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, okay. It's so loud, it's crazy.
It's up there. Yeah. Up here, see? Alright, let's go to bed.
Go back to bed.
Hopefully we don't see each other again. Because I go in Lily's bed because you and Lily, you can't sleep so both big. Yeah, I can't sleep, so I go here and sleep here. Next morning, and there's damage.
And we hear that you have lost your voice in the night.
Yeah, I slept 1.5 hours, but we just looked out of the window and not all is good. Let's see how bad it is. Oh no, that's some damage. Come on.
What happened?
Okay.
Oh no, one of our beautiful pots from Musées in Provence in the south of France. They were pretty expensive as well.
They were.
Somehow this one has survived falling over. Also, I think the trampoline flew across the garden. Oh, I can also see, oh my god, look. Look at all the slates that have come off the roof. Oh my goodness, Philip, look at the top of the roof. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Loads of them, look at that. Wow. Oh my goodness, it's still blowing a gale. It is really, really windy. The neighbour just called us. Apparently there's a problem with our barn. So we've got to go and check out what happened. Also, Philip, look, I knew that the part of that corrugated roof would come off, and it's come off. Branches. This door swung open in the middle of the night. Seems to have stayed put though. Also, we got a text message this morning from the school that the school is closed today, which is the second time this week. The first time was because of the snow. Now the snow's gone, and now it's shut because there has been a storm and there's no electricity or heating at the school. So yeah, Lily has only been to school 2 days this week. She's very happy about it. But right now we have no electricity, so we are eating breakfast by candlelight, which is quite cosy and cute. Yeah. Oh no.
Part of the garage of one of our outbuildings came down.
Oh no. This is the corrugated door that goes on the end of this barn, and it goes onto our neighbour's property, and this in the night has somehow completely, with the wind, come off. And it's even got these it's actually a door, so it's got these sliding mechanisms, and it used to be attached here on the railings because it would be slid open to open up this space, and it's completely come off, so I'm not really sure how we're going to get that back on again.
One tree down from the neighboring property, and it luckily didn't hit one of the trees we planted because they are nicely established and were expensive trees, but only just a bush, that's okay, might survive. So the fence is gone, that needs repair. But I also saw a tree down there. Look, I see some branches on the ground. I am really worried about our boat because it's in Cherbourg, in the harbour of Cherbourg, and that's where the wind was the strongest. I think I need to go. That's about a two-hour drive, a bit more than 2 hour drive from here. I haven't heard yet anything. I'm really worried. There's a tree that came down, a small tree came down. Oh no, fell on my corners, but it doesn't matter. These corners, they will survive. This will survive. That's okay. Could have been worse here. The chapel is still standing. That's good news because it's a very fragile building which we haven't managed to renovate yet. That's good news. It's actually not a good idea to walk here. It's still windy underneath the trees. All right, another tree down here. Oh my goodness, it's the tip. Can you see that? It's the tip of this conifer here. How is that possible? I've never seen that. It's just cut the tip off the tree. This bit was up here. Well, it's an old tree, not really healthy, so I'm not surprised. That's really interesting that came from up there. Would have been a nice Christmas tree. It just snapped. Just snapped. Okay, see there's another tree down on this side. The outbuilding's still standing. Post is still okay. Doesn't seem to be any major problem. Oh, okay, the tree came down. This is a pity because I like this tree. It had really nice pink leaves. I'm not surprised. It was an old tree, but sad because it had really nice red leaves during the year. So what a pity. We probably have holes now in the roof. I need to go up there and see. Oh yeah, that just snapped. Well, you can tell it wasn't really healthy, this one. There's another roof tile here. Look at that. Oh no, look at that. What happened here? Look at that, that's crazy. The lantern came out, popped out of the wall. I need to fix that quickly. But luckily it didn't shatter the glass. Okay. Some more work. That's a bit of the roof from this building. Anyway, it has to come down this building, so that's not a problem at all. Put it inside here. So there's still no electricity in the house. And Anna complained we can't have a coffee. However, luckily, I have this boy here, thanks to this week's sponsor. No, it would have been the perfect segue. But I still use it from a previous sponsorship, our little battery pack. I hope it's charged because I hadn't plugged it for a while.
Yes!
Yes!
We can have a coffee!
How lucky are we to have this? I told you a couple of years ago to buy one of these. Well, it's not this week's sponsor, but it proves that you should listen when I say to buy something.
The wind has finally calmed down, thankfully. I was so stressed during that storm, which is quite ironic because one of my New Year's resolutions this year was actually to try to find ways to manage to be less stressed. So I would say that was an interesting start to the new year. But now I'm really looking forward to going to one of my workout sessions with a good friend of mine, which I just started recently. That's another one of my New Year's resolutions, and I'm really enjoying it. And there is another thing I've been doing for my health for a while now, and that is drinking AG1, which also happens to be this week's ad. If you don't know AG1, this is a daily health drink. AG1 Next Gen has been clinically shown to support gut health and help fill common nutrient gaps. It has over 75 ingredients, including 5 probiotic strains, and it replaces the need for multivitamin, probiotics, and more. We drink AG1 every morning while we're getting breakfast ready for the kids, and it has just become part of our daily routine. Making porridge, toast, and having our AG1. I really like the flavour, it's fresh, and it has like a subtle pineapple vanilla taste. The biggest thing I've noticed is a change to my energy levels. Whereas before I would always crash in the afternoon, and I would definitely need a coffee after lunch to pick me up. Now I never need to have a second coffee, and that makes a huge difference because I sleep so much better now that I drink less coffee. 2026 is just getting started, and if you've decided to refocus on your health, then this is the perfect moment to try AG1 for yourself. So go to drinkag1.com/chateau or click our QR code and you will get 3 free AG1 travel packs, 3 free AGZ travel packs, plus the vitamin D3 and K2, and an AG1 welcome kit with your first AG1 subscription order. And thanks again to AG1 for sponsoring this week's video.
Oh, Anna, I'm so worried about the boat. I remember that I left one of the solar panels out there and they're just attached like this. No. So this is very likely ripped off.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you also covered the boat with a sort of a fabric thing which was well attached, but was it attached well enough to withstand 215 kilometers of wind? I just read in the news that it is a record and it's a stronger wind than registered for 40 years or something. And there was even one gust at 215 kilometers an hour in the area where the boat is, which was never registered before, where we sailed this summer, by the way, which is one of the sketchiest areas to sail even in good weather. So imagine the seas with this wind. I would have loved to see some pictures of that. Just the rough sea, the Alderney race. Aye.
Cheers.
Cheers. Good coffee. Oh, it's nice to have some more coffee.
But girls, you're pretty happy about the storm. I mean, you weren't
We're not
happy
going to
enough.
school. We're not going to school.
Yeah, but you know what? I have a surprise for you. You're doing homeschooling today. How do you think about that?
No.
Homeschooling means I become the teacher, and I will be a very strict teacher, and we only do mathematics and geography and history because that's Lily's favorite subjects. Yeah. So let's do history, and then we do a lot of history.
No.
Yes? Yes?
No.
Yes?
Then I love doing history.
You need to go back to school.
Oh, I don't need to go back. I know everything. We're gonna see in the attic if there's any major damage here. Any big holes? All right, here. Here there's clearly a problem. Here in the corner there, I don't know if you can see, there's a lot of light coming in where it shouldn't come in. And there again. But I don't see any massive holes. That's good news, because on the small holes they're okay. It doesn't rain in that much, surprisingly little actually. I don't know how that works, but when water comes down it somehow doesn't come through these little holes, or not that much, so I think we got lucky. You can see other holes up there now in the roof. Just shows you why we have to change this roof as soon as possible, because these roof slates, they come off. Just not good anymore. The hooks are all rusty. What is in here? Oh, it's also okay. It's okay here. There's also a slate. Can you see out the window? Looking into the window, that's not normal. So there might be a problem here, because this is obviously, we can't access from underneath here because it has been renovated already. So we don't see what's happening there. There's a lot of slates missing from the outside, so there might be a leak in the future. So this is something we have to address with our roofer. I'm sure he's very busy these days. Oh, just the electricity's back. That's good news. So what happened?
The lights just came back on, which means we have electricity again. But that does mean that the kids who were playing with the neighbours will probably have to come back and go to school now. We'll just wait for an email from the school.
And that's good for you, because you're still printing all the cards that go with the scarves.
Yes, Well, I ended up having quite a few extra orders, so I am in the process of printing more.
And is there some updates for those who ordered scarves?
Yes.
Shipping updates?
Yes. So the first 300 orders will be shipped next week, and you should get your scarves very soon. For the rest of our orders, our factory is doing their best to work as fast as possible to get the rest of the orders out, and we expect them to be shipped end of January. So please be a little bit patient, but we promise it will be worth it.
Good. Oh no, the screws. I don't have the screws. My dowels are too long, but I don't have any others of that size, and that's a good size. Why is it still moving? That's moving. No, that doesn't work. Oh, okay. Okay, I knew this would be an annoying thing to do. I knew it. So I couldn't do it the easy way. Now I have to take it off and start from scratch. That's super annoying. I knew that would happen. When I saw that dangling down, I knew this is not going to be easy. It's those little jobs that are complicated because something fails, like the wrong screw, the wrong dowel. Yeah, that's good. This one feels good. I need to find another one. Can I just stare at the screw box and then eventually there will be a new one? Yes, exactly that. I think this is a success. It's good now. No more wobbly. Good. We like it. What happened there? There's no more light bulb in this one. How can the light bulb disappear? Look at that. Part of the light bulb fell out, like as if exploded, and came down on the floor. How is that possible? In a storm. How can a light bulb come out of a lantern? From inside the lantern, the glass is fine, just fall down. If you have an idea, let me know. It's a total mystery to me. It came out from inside there and fell down. Fell down there, that's the other shards. And that's what I found inside. That's what was stuck. Did you know that these lights, these energy-saving light bulbs, have an electronic circuit in them? Is it sustainable? It seems a lot of waste for a light bulb. I don't know. You tell me. Okay, that's done. I hope it works. I mean, why not? Should work. I can test it. I'm going to leave you here and I'm going to switch it on inside. And you tell me if it worked, okay? Okay, I switched them on and off. I'm sure it worked. So thank you for your confidence. With the help of our lovely neighbors, we fixed the garage door, but there was still one big worry on my mind: the boat. It was still windy when I arrived at the harbor, and it was clear that the storm had done some damage. I drove for 2 hours to Cherbourg. It's a long way from home, but I need to see my boat. I need to know if it's still there and if there's damage or anything. Because I haven't heard anything from the harbor, of course. There's too many boats to check, and I just went here, and so it's quite a lot of ripped sails and other smaller damage, I would say, but still I'm a bit worried because I have put a protective thing on top of it, and that might have not been fixed so well. Anyways, and also forgot to take off a solar panel. Oh, let's see. You're still here. No damage in the front. It hasn't been bashing against anything. Why look? Oh, but here, look at that. Now this is still on. Oh, that is really nice to see. It is still on. Even the ding is still on. Ooh, that is. Look, all the fender socks are ripped. Oh, look at them. Okay, you can tell it probably scratched a bit here, but I don't see any. It does look alright, doesn't it? The mast is still there. Boom is still there. I'm very, very happy. Oh, I missed you, Candide. I'm happy to see you good. I'm happy to see you in good condition. As I'm here, I also will do something I need to do with the engine. Some engine service. It's really surprising. The solar panel is still there. Well, I really was sure that would be ripped off, but hey, I think that's a testament to Flint Solar. Well done for making something sturdy. Hello, Boaty. Oh, it looks so good. Oh, I miss the smell. It smells good. My boat smells good. Oh, I miss that smell. It smells of summer and holidays and adventures. Oh, I'm very happy. I'm very, very relieved. Today I want to flush the cooling liquid from this diesel engine. I've never done that before, but I can tell you why, because look at that. It is very brown. Even though it's a new cooling liquid, it always turns brown, and that means there's corrosion inside the engine. Probably at one point 2 different cooling liquids have been mixed. I had to promise Anna not to bore anybody with a long boat work sequence, but I still wanted to mention that despite never having done this before, I managed to drain all the cooling liquid, flush the engine with fresh water, use an acidic solution to get rid of corrosion and dirt, and then refill everything with clean coolant. It sounds much easier than it was. I learned a lot about the engine along the way, including that I should have worn gloves when handling acid, which might explain why the bottle says to wear gloves when handling acid. Whether this actually solved the murky cooling liquid problem, we'll only find out once we're back sailing, and unfortunately that won't be until this summer.